All right, welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm your host, of course, Kevin Washington. Here's our panel of guests today. We have Matt, we have Mick. Oh, I can't believe it.
Mika, it's alright.
Mika. All right, let me re-say that, Jim Beth?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mika, my bad, I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Kevin Washington, to the Roundtable. Here's our panel of guests for today. We have Matt, we have Mika, and we have Kelsey. And today's topic is gay marriage. And we're going to jump right back into it. And Matt was talking about when we last left about he believed that gay marriage, well, being gay is a choice. You're born that way. So here's the question: if that is the case, then what happens to the Bible? Because the Bible says it's between a man and a woman. So if that is the case, do you think that God would condemn his own children to hell? Because, like, according to the Bible, being gay is a sin. So we start with Kelsey.
Yeah, the Bible does say homosexuality is an abomination. I personally would never judge anyone that was homosexual. I would, be more than happy to be friends with someone or to be close to someone. But as far as the Bible goes, I can't answer if God judges or not. God's ways are not our ways. So it's not for us to say.
Understandable.
I agree with Chelsea. I mean, we're not in a position of judging anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not. God is the only one that can judge each and every one of us. And maybe that person could change. Hopefully they could change and, and see that the opposite sex is really what they want to, who they want to be with. So I don't want to be a person that judges anyone because we're not the ones that can judge. So.
Okay, so you say that you're followers of God, and I respect your belief. That's cool, but you say that now. You say, I'm going to be friends with them. I'm not going to judge them. But how many gay people have died, have been shot and killed because of not their choice? This is the way that they are born. They risk their lives for somebody that they love.
No, they chose.
No, when you stand, okay, take the situation. You stand in front of a bullet. If you stand in front of a gun for somebody else that you love, that's love. That's love no matter what it is, in any way, shape, form, or fashion. That's not a choice. That's something you were born with. You are born that way if you die for somebody like that.
You're born you're born to love? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm saying whoever it may be that you love, that's it. I mean, you're born...
But love's a choice. Like, think about married couples that have been married for years. They don't always feel like loving each other. I mean, when you've been together forever, you have to choose every day to love that person and to work it out and to stay with them.
Because you can always
Love's
change your
a
mind.
choice.
Sure.
No, I think if you truly love someone, it's not a choice. You're there with that person. It found you. It's fate. That's
So
destined
you're saying if you fell in love with someone
But
and they didn't love you,
Okay.
that you just have no control over it and there's nothing you could do about it.
I don't get what you're saying. What are you
Like
saying?
if you were in love with someone but they didn't love you back,
I'd
you're
probably
saying
still
you don't
love
have
them,
any
yeah.
control over it. You would just stay in love with them because you have no control over it. It's not your choice.
Yeah, I mean, if you love that person, you love that person. I mean, there's no controlling that. Love is an emotion, an uncontrollable emotion that just, it goes and, and you just can't really it's not a choice. I mean, it's not a choice. To love somebody is not a choice.
You may be in love with someone, but if you're, if a married couple's fighting, I mean, they're not feeling like they love each other. They have to choose.
Okay, they may
to
not
love
be feeling
each
it
other.
at that moment, but they do love each other eternally.
Yes, and they have to choose to work that out. And
It's
to
not
love
a
each other.
choice. It's not a choice.
I have a quick question. Okay, I'm going to ask a question. Okay, obviously we already know how everybody feels about gay marriage and all of that. So here's a question: do you think that people of the same sex should be able to adopt kids? We'll start with Kelsey.
Yeah, I think they should be allowed to adopt children. I mean, as long as it's a stable home and that they're able to support that child adequately. I don't see anything wrong with a gay couple, not a gay married couple, but a gay
They
couple.
can't get
I
married,
don't
but they can have
see-
kids.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with a gay person adopting a child.
Okay.
I don't think maybe they shouldn't adopt them together, but if one person who happens to be gay wants to adopt a child, I don't think that they should discriminate against the child or the person if they want to do
So
that.
if they're together, no, But if they're separate, like if it's
No, I'm saying that they shouldn't do something like a joint adoption or something.
but I'm saying like that's what they want. I mean, if they're staying with their partner.
But no.
Then oh, okay. So if it's a person that's single and it's
yeah, I
gay,
don't have a problem
yes,
with that.
but if it's two same sex in the household, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't.
I mean, yeah, I feel the same with Chelsea. I mean,
If they're separate, yes.
If they're being together, like a married couple, like two
Like I'm
opposite
saying, like
sex,
someone
like
living
two-
together, someone
no,
living
I
with
don't know.
another person, and then
I
they
feel
want to
like,
adopt
okay,
kids.
you got two women living together. I mean, which one? The daddy and the mom? What can?
Here's a quick question. Well, let me jump the man on this. What do you think about that, man?
Definitely, man. I mean, what I think though, what you guys are thinking of marriage, when you think of marriage, you think of marriage as the church, because that's where marriage comes from, is the church. You know,
marriage is not just the church.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty
not
much
about the church.
Yeah, people get married in churches. That's how it goes.
People get married in other places besides churches.
But I mean, churches, by the Bible, when you are with this man, with this woman, you are married. Am I right? That's what
Yeah.
it says in the
Exactly,
Bible.
you're married.
Comes
But-
from the Bible. That's what you guys are thinking of marriage. I'm talking about legal rights to so-and-so's property if they die, so-and-so's property if something happens to them, God forbid, you know,
You're talking
whatever.
about like a will, not a marriage.
I'm talking about everything that a man and a woman has legally.
You want that to happen?
I want
with
that
everybody.
to happen to
A gay marriage?
a gay marriage. Not necessarily a marriage, but
Or a gay couple just being together, not really marriage. Just you want everything.
A union.
So, yeah,
it's not
a
right now
relationship
pronounced man
with-
and man. Most gay people don't even care about that.
Basically,
it's about,
you want to have. You're talking about is basically they having the same rights, the same response. I mean, as if they were married.
If they were
Right.
married.
They just call it
Exactly.
something else,
right.
but
It's called a partnership.
a partnership.
Yeah, and you have the same. I mean, you shouldn't be treated any differently. You know, have you guys ever seen that movie Chuck and Larry? I mean, he pretended to be gay, so if he died, somebody would protect his kids. Somebody would, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. You have to have somebody to protect your whatever you're leaving behind. You know what I'm saying?
Then they can write a will or something. I mean, I don't think.
No, it's not. No, if you love somebody, you don't write a will to a person that you love. You know, it's different than that. You automatically, it's assumed that next person, which is your partner, gets.
But you're insinuating that the government then should allow gay couples to get married, right?
No, because marriage is a different concept from what I'm talking about. Marriage is, oh, I now pronounce you, you may kiss, blah, 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 there's a reception, there's cake. No, I'm talking about a partnership where they have the same rights. They have the same rights, you know?
Yeah, but under the law. That's what
The
you're
law
saying.
is going to do what it want to do regardless. The law is going to do, but everybody look at it like, okay, the world's going to do whatever the opposite what the Bible says. That's just how it is. Getting married or whatever. I mean, marriage is made for a man and a woman. That's just how it is. People going to do what they want to do regardless. Everybody has choices. Yes, I understand, but, I mean, that's what the Bible says, and you cannot fuss with the Bible. That's just how it is. I mean, I've been brought up a man and a woman. That's it. I have not been raised to see two men and two women. You know what I'm saying? That's okay, which is not. So I mean, that's your opinion, but the Bible, that's what it states in the Bible, and you cannot go.
There's some
beyond
pretty smart
what it
men
is.
who wrote that Bible that you're talking about.
Well, I go by what God says.
Well, that's what God says, but man wrote it. I mean, God didn't take a pen and write it himself, you know? Man interpreted it the way he wanted to.
Women created men and women.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break and we will finish this debate when we come back.